We've made it to Module 2. We're now on Topic 1, Lesson 1. We just have a single page to do. So we are on M2-19, and we're just doing the practice. So it says, determine the constant of proportionality represented in each graph. Constant of proportionality is another way of saying the slope or the rate of change. So a lot of times those are easier to identify if you're given a situation like I'm eating 3 cakes every 5 minutes, right? That's a rate. Slope is what I like to think of for graphs because we normally think of slope as like the steepness. So that would probably be the easiest way to find these. So in these cases, all of these, the slope, rate of change, constant proportionality, it really is just that steepness of the graph. And it's the change in the y over the change in the x, or you can think of it as the rise over the run. So that's really all we're looking at. So for each of these, we're just looking at those 2 dimensions. So for this one, if I'm looking at how much is going up and then how much I'm going over, you always want to go from like whole point to whole point. You don't want to deal with like bad, like inconsistent numbers or just like, inconvenient numbers. So here it's going up 2. You'll notice even though it's one box, it's marked as 2, and then again, and it's also going over 2. So the rise was 2, and the run was 2. Now, technically, that is a correct ratio, but we know that 2 over 2 is 1. So that constant proportionality is 1. So every time y goes up by a number, x goes up by that same number. On B, we'll look at that same thing. So we're going from 0, 0 over to this next point. So it looks like we're going up 2, and then we're going over 4. So we have a rise of 2, an over of 4. So it's 2 over 4, which we, of course, can simplify as 1/2. Down here, we go from 0, 0, then to 2, 4. So we're going up 4 and then over 2. So I have a rise of 4 and a run of 2, and then I can simplify that as just 2.